Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett back again at Parnassus Books. I have been gone for 2 weeks. I have so much to tell you. Okay, the first thing is I had that 2-week non-COVID cold. It turns out that colds still exist. They're still a thing, and one came to my house for 2 weeks. So that's done. But then last week, a week ago today, Sparky here had emergency spinal surgery. He is doing much, much better. So there's been a lot going on. And just before all of this happened, Liz Gilbert sent me this dress. She bought this dress when A Signature of All Things came out because, you know, look, right? Who wouldn't want this? But then she read my essay about cleaning out, getting rid of things that you don't use or need anymore. And she realized that she didn't use or need this dress anymore, so she mailed it to me. And I thought, this dress is so fantastic, but let's be honest, where am I ever going to wear it? And then I thought, I know where I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it on the Tuesday Laydown Diaries because my dog didn't die and I don't have a cold anymore, and there's an awful lot to be grateful for. One of the things that I want to tell you about is this book called The Zen of Therapy by Mark Ebstein, which is the book that I read while I had a terrible cold and while I was sitting in the veterinary hospital waiting room to hear about Sparky's surgery. And it was just the perfect book. I really highly recommend it. I've been a big fan of Mark Ebstein's for a long time. But if the word Zen puts you off or the word therapy puts you off, read the book anyway. It's just a very smart look at our psychologies, the choices we make, and how we can improve our lives. And it's one of those books that I underlined things and I just kept thinking, wow, I never thought of it that way. I kept waking up my husband and saying, wait, there's something I've got to read you. So this book, if you're having a tough time or if you want just a little mental pick-me-up, Zen and Therapy, The Zen of Therapy. Okay, now, what was really sad, other than Sparky's surgery, about my being out last week is I had this whole plan to talk to you about Lindsay and her novel, Do Tell, and I spent $18 on a single helium balloon, which, as it turns out, is still completely functional because it turned, you know, with helium balloons, you get what you pay for. There it is. But the book is so tremendous. I'm so proud of Lindsay. Lindsay came to work at Parnassus at 2014 out of college, and then she went to the University of Wyoming to get her MFA, and then she went to DC, and then she came back here because we asked her to come back here. And all that time she was writing. All that time since the first day I've met her, she was writing and she was working. And what I really want to say to everybody who wants to be a writer or who may be thinking like, oh, Lindsay, man, you sold your book to Doubleday, you're so lucky. Luck had nothing to do with this. She's so smart, she's so talented, but she has been working nonstop, and I've gotten to see it up close, and we are all tremendously proud of her. So that's what I wanted to say. Now I'm gonna wheel my little dog away, and Lindsay is gonna talk about all the books that are coming out. Thank you.
Thanks, Ann, for trying to make me cry before 9 a.m.
Somebody's got to do it.
But seriously, thank you, Ann. Thank you, everybody at Parnassus. I am very exhausted. But happy to be here and talk to y'all about some laydowns. So I have a mixture of this week and last week because there's been snow, there's been some shipping delays. So I just want to make sure we cover all the great books that came out between now and last week. Out today that I am excited about, Joan is Okay by Weike Wang. You might know her as the author of Chemistry, which is a first editions pick a couple years back. This is her newest book. If the idea of a young woman unraveling in a hilarious way is appealing to you, check out this book. Spoiler alert, Joan is not okay. She's not. Another book I'm excited about, Walhalla by Nikki May. If you like the idea of toxic female friendships, one person gets introduced, shakes things up, things get messy. A little bit of a mystery, a little bit of literary fiction, check out this one. For memoirs, Lost and Found by Kathryn Schulz. This is a gorgeous memoir from Kathryn, who is a columnist for The New Yorker. It is about the loss of her father, which happened right around the same time as she fell in love with her future wife, who, fun fact, is Casey Sepp, author of Furious Hours. And if you're feeling a little bit of true crime, The Hard Sell by Evan Hughes is another large book, an expose on corrupt pharma industries. If you like Dope Sick, this is a great book for you. And up next, we've got Elise talking about events.
Hello, everybody. I am talking about events, but I also was not here last week, so I didn't get to say congratulations, Lindsay. She is so brilliant and talented and really great to work with to boot. So anyway, congratulations to her. This week is full of book club, Parnassus Book Club events. So I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to Kathy Schulz, who runs our book club and is so incredible. She's been doing it for years and has quite the following. This week, we're reading The Fortunate Ones by Ed Tarkington, who is local, and it's a fantastic book. If any of you would like to order the book, he will sign it and he'll personalize it. So The Fortunate Ones. Upcoming is Michael Ferris Smith, and his book came out in paperback today, I believe, and it is Nick. Also wonderful. Also, hopefully we'll get some signed copies. And then on Monday, we have changed our in-store event with Peggy O'Neill Peden, and we are going to have a virtual event. So the good news is that all of you anywhere can tune in. It'll be a free Facebook Live event, 6:30. Her book, Gone Missin', is number 2 in her Nashville Mystery Series. She is a Nashvilleian, Middle Tennessean, and this is a great mystery about a Nashville travel agent who goes on a missing persons journey when her great friend, who is a Nashville socialite, mysteriously disappears during her vacation in Mexico. Great book. Come to the event. I hope we see you there again Monday, 6:30, Facebook Live on our Parnassus Facebook page. And now I'm going to turn it over to Renee.
Thank you, Elise. Hi, everybody. I want to show you a book that came out earlier this month, Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Round, My Story of the Making of Martin Luther King Day by Kathleen J. Kirkwood, illustrated by Steffi Walhalla. Dr. Kirkwood is a Nashvilleian. We were supposed to have an in-store event, but in these changing times, we were not able to, but she has signed books for us. This is her memoir of her young life in activism, and it's written in verse. I hope you'll pick up a copy. Out today, I'm Growing Great by Mechal Renee Roe. This is about girls and their beautiful hair, and it is filled with flowers and butterflies, and it's a story about self-empowerment. Also out today, we have a lot of sports fans in the kids department, and this is Hardcourt by Fred Bowen and James E. Ransom. Stories from 75 years of the National Basketball Association. It's written in different sections about basketball, the tip-off, the 4 quarters, the buzzer. It has lots of facts and list of basketball players and championship teams at the end. Also today, the Parnassus Next January pick comes out. It's called Anatomy, a Love Story, and it's by Dana Schwartz. I'll show it to you next week, I hope. But it's a fun story set in 19th century Scotland with shades of Frankenstein. It's about a girl who wants to be a surgeon and a boy who is a resurrection man and what happens when they meet. Thanks for listening, and thanks for shopping at Parnassus Books.